All right, I'm back here. I had a little better probably maybe 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes, probably maybe a little more than 5 minute little break right here. I was trying to switch up hooks. I was casting in this hole right here with my grasshopper. I just wasn't satisfied that I didn't get a bite out of here. This is too good a looking spot right here for there not to be a fish, in my opinion at the time. So I went to change and I said, well, I hate to take that grasshopper off of the hook because then you ruin it, you know, bringing that hook back through his guts and all. So I said, I'll just change up the hook. And I looked in my worm box, I had a hook with a worm already on it from yesterday. I said, great. And I don't know what in the world happened. It looked like the worm, I can't explain it, do justify to film it or anything like that, but the worm had crawled and somehow it's almost like he made a knot in the line. And that sounds crazy. It's hard to believe there's nothing here. I swear if that ain't hard to believe, man. I've done something wrong here because this should have been a fish here. But I swear it seemed like the worm, and he's just a piece of a worm, like a dead worm. I mean, I guess he still had a little life left to him. It's like he got the line in a knot somehow. He threaded the line around him in any event. It was like he threaded the line around him somehow. And I started to just go with it. I say, well, it'll be hard to get him off the hook, you know. There's something. I mean, it doesn't get any prettier, but a little on the small side. But I started to go with it on that worm. Something just told me I better fix this. It's like this line's twisted up a little bit, right? So I'm trying to untwist the line from around the worm, and I realized basically I couldn't get it done, you know, with my fingers. So I get my pliers out, and it wasn't that the pliers did this. I mean, I just barely pulled down the line. The pliers just basically trying to pry it open. And there's something else. That's better. There we go. Come here. Get up. Yes, sir. There we go. Now we're back on track. Now we're back on track. Yes, sir. Now things are starting to make more sense up in here. That little one hit first. Now that's weird. That's weird. Pecking order. All right. But I'm glad that I didn't go with it on the worm a while ago. In any event, it would have been a mess up, because as I pulled on it with my pliers, I pulled on that line and the line just broke. It was weird. Like I said, I've never seen anything like it, but it must have gotten frayed somehow. That's the only thing I figured. But there we go. Now we're back on track. Let's get that momentum, get that confidence going back up now. Let's get that confidence back going up. I don't know if it showed on film, but I was ready for that fish right there. Like I was telling my father-in-law the other day, and he agreed. He was talking about, you know, and I've talked about it plenty of times on here. If you out fishing, you got to be confident. And I started losing my confidence just over this last stretch because I went so long without catching one. Because I caught those first 5 real quick. It seemed like, it was like, dang, I'm gonna be finished up with this quick now. I threw those 2 fish back. Almost, I can't lie. It's almost as like it seemed like it was gonna end too quick. I probably would have kept that brook trout on a normal day. But I mean, yeah, he was little. I don't regret throwing it back. But started losing my confidence. And I talk about this. I've talked about this a bunch of times filming. You got to be confident out here. And then my father-in-law and I were talking about it the other day, and it's true. I told him, I said, yeah, you got to be confident. He said something about it, and I said, yeah, that's right. Confidence is a key. Because if you don't think that you're going to catch nothing, you're not going to have a good chance to do it. There's nothing you can make up. It's nothing you can... Sometimes you can't help it. I do this. Field dress. As always. That's what I fish for right now. So if you ain't confident, you ain't gonna do as good. And he was telling me, he was like, yeah, he had to have confidence. I told him, I said, you know, that's with fishing, or I said something else, is with something else. But it's with anything that you do in life. You better be confident. You ain't gonna have as good a success. I think that's 6. I'm gonna count them. I always make a little ritual to count my fish when I get to 6, just to make sure I hadn't messed up. But I'm pretty good counter, man. But anyways, to wrap this little clip up right here, you know, he said, yeah, you have to have confidence. And a big key, a big part of it is this. If you start living, and if you go out and you ain't catching nothing, if you fish for 2 hours and you don't even have a bite, I don't care how good of a fisherman you are, you're going to start losing a little confidence, even if you don't think that. Even if you don't think that you're losing in your mind, in the back of your mind, you're losing your confidence. But the thing about it is, if you lose your confidence, you're not going to be ready. So if you're out there and you fish for 2 hours and you don't get a bite, you're starting to assume that every time you cast, you're not going to get a bite. So when you finally get a bite, you're not ready for it. So you got to keep your confidence out here. So I don't know if that showed on this video just now, but I was ready for that fish, which I had just now caught the little one right in there behind it. But even though I'm kind of down